In Deadlock, most gun characters rely on a variety of skills to, get their target. And ability-heavy characters rely on a variety of items to make themselves useful. So for today's challenge, one side is going to have no items, the other one is going to have no skills. After the draft results, which can be found here, all we have to ask is, who's going to win? Let's find out. We have a fantastic game for you today, folks. It is gonna be Hidden King with no items. They're not gonna be able to buy a single item. They're gonna get access to all their skills, but if they even want a monster rounds, they cannot get it. That team is being led by Object, this Bebop player. Incredible, has been in so many of our events at this point. We're gonna have to see how they perform. On the other side, we do have Team Sapphire, Team Archmother, led by Ivy. Ivy is, of course, Evanator. Evanator has played in so many of our events as well. E6, he's incredible, and we're gonna see how both of these players do in this specific game. I do have Shiba observing with me, but I do have a new caster to introduce today. Is Rogue, a TF2 caster who has come to join us. Rogue, what do you think about this game format?
Hey, I'm so happy to be here and thrilled to watch this game. I think it's such an interesting matchup. Number one, having the best of the best in Deadlock, all these Eternus players in the server, but especially looking at, the way these power spikes are going to match up, right? Because one team's going to get all their ults online at the same time, and the other team is going to get all of their item spikes nearly around the same time. So it's really anyone's game depending on how those fights play out.
Oh yeah, the ults are gonna matter a fair bit, and having one team that has 6 ults and one team that has 0 ults at any given point is gonna matter so much. Ults can be just such game-changing abilities, even if they're not powered up with a quote-unquote correct amount of damage. But yeah, we need to really talk about both team strategies. I mean, Team Amber's strategy, given that, they don't have access to items, is gonna be get as many stacking heroes as possible, and that Bebop and that Drifter, oh well, both of those heroes are heroes that can get a lot stronger without buying a single item.
That's right, and yeah, especially some of the strategy here from the Hidden King, picking the Page, for example, to give them some of that utility, some of that defense, because you can't really buy survival items when you, can't buy any items at all, so having that shields and the healing are going to be very helpful as they go.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be incredibly important to have those items in lane. I mean, people always say that you should buy 1 or 2 green items a lane. Well, you're not going to buy a single one. And we need to talk a little bit about Team Sapphire's strategy. I mean, they've gone for heroes that are, generally good heroes, a bit tanky, some of them, especially an Abrams and a Warden. But, of course, they're not going to have access to almost any of their traditional kits. Like, for example, a Warden really, really likes Mercurial Mag at some point in the game. But what happens if you have Mercurial Mag and you just cannot activate it because you don't have access to, a grenade, which is usually what you would attach it as a Warden. Yeah, and we need to talk a little bit about what sort of items we're seeing, and we do see a whole bunch of monster rounds from Team No skills, and that makes a lot of sense to me. Monster rounds is one of the best 800 items in the game. Nobody can dispute that, and because you don't have any skills, you might just want to leave lane as early as possible, push as hard as possible, get those Guardians early, because you're just going to struggle a fair bit once ults are activated from the other team.
And we do see a slight soul advantage for the team that can buy items, so that's great. But there's the first ult on the board. It's the Drifter ult. We'll see who he wants to combine that with. The Mo ult is online. We're about to get there's Billy too, so get ready for a whole lot of action across the lanes.
Yeah, and you want to force those as quickly as possible. I mean, if you see an opportunity, ult should be used on cooldown. Getting an ult for a kill is incredibly important. And of course, remember, Team Amber has no items right now. So, their ults are not going to be empowered by all the usual stuff. They're not going to have that duration. They're not going to have those cooldowns for better ults. You're just going to have to, figure things out by the base ult powers.
I also like how all of the Hidden King players are going to get the voice lines like, I should go to the shop. Time to go to the shop, because they're all sitting on more than 3.2 thousand souls right now, and will be for the entire rest of the game.
Oh yeah, they're going to be the richest people. If there ever were 12,800 items in the game, they would be the ones to get them. But of course, we're not allowing those either. But yeah, Bebop ult is being activated. I mean, you can see the power here. I mean, if you are a Paradox right now, you would maybe put a wall and maybe try to, swap that Bebop, do something here. Well, you can't do any of that. And intuitively, it's just like a big dissonance, because you, as Paradox, just want to be pushing. You want to be taking those trades against the Bebop ulting, but you just simply can't.
The boons, you get more and more ability unlocks as you get more and more souls, and it caps out, I did my homework quick, at 49,000 souls. So the players will continue to get stronger as the game goes on, even though they can't spend that money.
Yeah, and it is very interesting, right? Because I want to really talk about how farm is going to work in this game. A lot of, very good farmers, like for example, Ivy can throw Kudzu, Bebop can throw a bomb, but I mean, if you don't have your items and you don't have, all the things that you would need, how good are you going to be at farming? I think punch farms are going to be great because of those golden statue buffs that they bring, but maybe this is going to be a very farm-light sort of game.
I think you're right. Yeah, especially all the players going gun on the Archmother side are going to love that farming here. And I even want to take a quick look. As much as we anticipated a bloodbath after all the ults, the kills are more or less tied. So we see some more map control coming from the Hidden King side. Now getting a clean sweep of 3 Guardians to 0. But the kills are almost tied, so right now they're within 2 kills of each other on both teams, only 20 total.
I do see that, Team Amber is playing very deep in enemy territory here, trying to do as much as possible. I think this is like a time when Team Amber is the strongest. The items aren't shown yet. The Bebop is just doing a lot of great work, and I mean, it's working, right? This Warden is trying to out-punch, but instead a parry comes in, that's 2 more kills. Team Amber is just gonna have a much stronger early mid-game.
Yeah, well played there. And another double ult here with the Billy Mo ult onto Abrams here, who's trying to survive but cannot. So there's already a lot of pressure onto this mid walker, but in return, Archmother does seal their first Guardian. So the teams are staying reasonably competitive here on Souls, but there's so much walker pressure so early into this game here.
Yeah, the walker pressure is just insane from Team No Items. And I mean, they're doing a lot of damage despite not having any items. That Graves is done 1800, which is, to me, a fair bit. I mean, I guess it is the power of those skulls, but yeah, I mean, do you want to stay in there? Yeah, you just get punched out, but that walker is almost dead, and it's not even the first rift out yet.
The quarterback here running with the taking the urn into the end zone here, finally getting that delivery, securing, it looks like, all the souls, and that's going to be really strong map control here from the Hidden King, right? They put on that walker pressure, pulled the Archmother back, and use it to convert it to a soul advantage. But I will say on the other side of the map, we have another Guardian going down, so the Archmother are really working their way back into this game.
I mean, yeah, the soul lead is equal, and of course it is a little bit deceptive. I do think that right now Team Hidden King is a stronger team despite that soul lead, but they have to do something. They have to do it quick. If they cannot secure a walker in the next 10 minutes, they're going to be in a horrible position because those items are going to start scaling very hard. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we do see a lot of pressure here on this walker, and I think it's going to be secured by Team Hidden King. But of course, there's counter pressure by Team Sapphire happening on the walker on lane number 1.
Yeah, whoa, these walkers are falling so quickly now. What a dynamic game we have on our hands, right? Warden trying to put that damage into this walker here as well, but the walkers do gain that HP back when another one falls. So there's so much damage going down here. Warden, though, does have that bullet lifesteal, so very lucky to have that item of all items. Mo trying to lay in that damage into Abrams. It looks like Abrams will just barely go down here to the Grave Skulls. Maybe not. Survives on 1 HP.
Very well done there with a Mo combo to wrap everything up.
Yeah, the Bebop roaming around in the enemy jungle here is so terrifying, right? Looking for Victor, who doesn't want any part of that fight. Especially a Victor playing a little smarter there, where if you had your second chance with your ult, then maybe you have a better shot at defending the walker. But no, we even have the long-range Page ult going all the way from downtown and does hit behind the walker to support this walker take. But losing Warden, that's a kill from Object here on Bebop. The walker is so low on HP and they're still defending it.
Yeah, I mean, this Ivy is showcasing what her strategy is going to be for this game. Get Tesla bullets, get Siphon bullets, get Inhibitor, and be just generally effective. Ivy's gun is fairly fast, even with no, skills and with no Kudzu connection or whatever it's called nowadays to help you. So she's doing a lot of work here and does manage to parry that Bebop, which leads immediately to a kill. Backs off, the bomb is not enough. 180 damage from that bomb with that Spirit Resilience. Not good.
Victor spending a lot of that time in the jungle as well. We have Paradox is actually top souls in the server here. Has that gun spike, especially with the hollow point rounds, weakening headshot, and counterspell to block a lot of these powerful abilities.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that is a very, very interesting choice, that Paradox, because normally the reason why you go gun Paradox, especially something like Headhunter, is just to boost the amount of damage that your Kinetic Carbine does. But there is no Kinetic Carbine in this game, so we're going to have to see if just getting headshots is enough to do something here. Kills are happening left and right. We do see a 19-16 kill, but I mean, Team Sapphire does have a very sizable advantage at this point.
Yeah, working their way into these Walker fights as well. It's so funny. Yeah, again, they have to play so strongly around their abilities here. Mo without any cooldowns except ult. You really need a lot of teammates around you here. But wait a second, they're actually kind of grouping up on Mo. Is able to just barely escape with that burrow here. And now here comes the rest of the fight. Basically a big team fight here working on the side lane. Billy and Abrams going for these tough melees against each other here. We'll see how the abilities versus items play out. But it looks like actually Archmother decides to leave, but Warden cannot.
Yeah, and very good Mo placement there, because if the Warden got on that zip line, he would immediately get a bullet on his face, and that would deal a lot of percentage damage. But I mean, this is why you want those fights to be as close to your objectives as possible. Walkers deal percentage damage, Vents deal percentage damage. You need stuff like that, as Team Sapphire is going to eventually be the team with a lot more health than you. Yeah, territory control is, of course, one of the most important things that you can have, and I'm seeing it here. Right now, Team Amber is the one with control, despite being 6k souls behind. The Graves Tombstone is doing numbers here. But what happens if you are, you know, at your Guardians? Then Team Sapphire can just push you. They can force those fights with Walkers, and I think that's going to matter a fair bit. The big question, of course, right now is, can we do a bunch of kills here? Oh my god, that's a fantastic cancel there. Using a nice little bit of heavy melee cancel by that Abrams, and that is going to mean that that fight suddenly breaks off.
The whoop pulled right back by Bebop here. Again, that hook is being so valuable for the Hidden King side. So many parries flying out, playing those mind games, but the parry is kind of all you have. Now that Abrams is getting collapsed on here, actually see, this is again the power of the resistances. He's healing so much, 100 from melee lifesteal, 600 from restorative locket. He's able to survive so long, the entire Mo ult as well. And Abrams is still 100 HP, running as fast as he can, and finally goes down.
And so many abilities were used in that. I would not be surprised if Team Sapphire decides to go for picks here. That Bebop is very low, getting headshotted left and right. We do see the heroic auras here from Paradox, which is a very, very good choice. We see that Team Sapphire has gone fairly gun heavy, of course. Makes sense. They're all, you know, not allowed to use skills. There isn't a lot of usage for spirit power, so you might as well just go and do that. But yeah, killing the Abrams baby is the sort of thing that should just give you a kill. Incredible pair here by the Bebop, but I think Team Sapphire is going to be able to push a little bit further here.
Hidden King wants to get up close and personal, let the abilities speak for themselves. We finally have some mid pressure here, but actually a base siege is kind of going on at the same time. Billy pulling Ivy forward, and again, the crowd control from these ults is massive, but the gun does almost nothing. Finally getting the frag, but the mid-boss screams.
The mid-boss screams indeed. And I mean, I don't know that you're necessarily allowed to do mid here. You don't have any of the traditional skills that you're going to use. Team Amber, on the other hand, does have a couple of ults, especially that Page ult is going to be important. And it's a 2-1 split. That is pretty good. That is something that, you know, would maybe make sense in Rejuvdle. But I don't know about this one. Already, we do see that Rejuv is already done for Team Amber. And that Talon is fighting for his life. And he's managing to survive. 2 picks already having been done, and I think the Team Amber has to retreat here.
Yeah, that's a really heads-up timing here from the Archmother, recognizing like the players that have the powerful ults maybe aren't close enough, or their ults are down right now. So they had a really narrow window, and they did lose one of the Rejuvs, sure, but they managed to keep 2 of them, despite the full collapse from the Hidden King in the mid-boss pit. So right now, it's kind of, the world is your oyster if you're the Archmother. They're starting with that farm, kind of going back to base to buy and to heal up just before going in for the full siege.
And that urn is easily going to be secured by the Abrams here. That's 20k soul difference and 2 Rejuvs rogue. What are we saying? Regardless, I am curious to see if this fight is going to happen here. The Abrams is deep in enemy territory. He has 4,000 HP, and even without abilities, 4,000 HP is a lot.
Another pick from the Archmother onto the Hidden King side. There's no Graves. Luckily, Graves did not have ult. Ooh, this Billy ult here might find Paradox and pull Paradox a little closer, but Paradox wants to be closer. Look at that gun damage. Wow. It's also a great choice to pick up Heroic Aura to buff the rest of your team's gun damage, which is pretty much all they're doing the whole way through. Abrams, again, that one-man army is laying out melee after melee and has so much debuff resist. Page just barely surviving. Page has so much utility from these abilities, but once they get close enough to Page, there's not a lot she can do.
Yeah, and of course, Mo is one of the weakest guns in the game, and his kit, especially who wants to be a damage type Mo, relies heavily on stuff like escalating exposure. He is getting mauled here, and with 3 people down, I think Team Sapphire is allowed to just push the base. Of course, with a couple rifts, anything can happen, but right now the shrines are going down. That's going to be a heavy toll on the macro. Everyone's just so pickable. The health difference is insane for Team Sapphire, and I don't know, they're backing out a little bit. They're just going to buy, I guess. I guess they're just so convinced that they can keep this Abrams right here, punching that shrine, and nothing bad will happen. The Hidden King is being destroyed as we speak. The Bebop is trying his darndest to try and survive up there, but he is just getting out damaged. So, do they wrap this up here, or do they just retreat and buy? I think they've decided to go and buy. And we do see this Mo here. He is just playing with the Ivy. Oh no, gets a nice parry. But what are you gonna do? I think the Team Amber has realized that they have nothing that they can do. Billy is trying to be aggressive though and kill this Ivy. But I don't think that much is gonna happen here. There just isn't enough damage from Team Sapphire. They needed to press their advantage a lot earlier, a lot faster. And this last fight of the game is probably gonna go in favor of Team Sapphire.
Yeah,
as I say that, the Ivy's dying. As I say that.
Almost. The Vampiric Burst is really keeping her in the game here. Oh, the Bebop hook and the bomb. The bombs are going to do a lot of that damage. That scaling spirit damage is kind of one of your only sources of scaling because it's not coming from items. Now laying out this damage, but it takes out like half of a Victor HP bar per second. Yeah, Victor doesn't even have to worry.
I mean, look at this Mole, man. What is he doing? He's just going so deep. He is trying. He's trying his darndest.
At least, hey, buying time is valuable. That was what, 4 players distracted for a good 10 seconds. So if you can't get the kill, you may as well be a chew toy to distract them with in the meantime.
Yeah, and then have the minions wrap up the game for you. They're just, you know, actually killing stuff. The Drifter is down. The minions are gonna win the game, I swear. As we're seeing this fight.
Yeah, I'm hearing, yeah, even the base is taking some damage, but mid screams as well.
Mid screams, and I mean, I don't think you need it. There's 4 players down from Team Amber. The minions are winning the game for you. Just want to wrap things up right here, right now. And, yeah, I think this might be GG.
Right, yeah.
Wait, the Bebop, the Bebop. The Bebop. He's gonna come with a bomb of a lifetime. Oh, he gets buried.
Oh.
Oh, the page gets buried too. Oh, he still manages to get one. No, did that happen? And
yeah, knocks them away with the uppercut.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're so back. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is.
Every journey begins with the first step, but wait a second, they're actually already in the base here. Even Paradox is taking a second to stop and smell the roses, you know, just enjoy some of the wooden architecture here in the base. And look at these minions are doing such a number on what remains of the Hidden King here. Even Mo now trying to contest a little bit, but can barely take out the minions, let alone the heroes.
Yeah, I mean, why doesn't this Paradox throw a grenade? Oh, wait. Never mind. Okay, you're just gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way with your gun. And I don't know. I think that Team Amber is gonna die very quickly here. The Warden is trying to look for whatever he can. He does have that refresher. That what do you think about the refresher purchase here for Warden?
Yeah, that's gonna really, well, now hopefully they have enough damage for taking down the Patron. But basically, yeah, that Warden double ult is going to do so much. It gives you that lifesteal from the Spirit lifesteal, which, I mean, you don't have a lot of Spirit. But hey, there we go. There comes the victory.
GG indeed. Here are the stats. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to join that Discord below. If you like videos where Eternuses have 2 different types of boons, check out this one where we gave one team all the legendary items and one team every single non-legendary item in the game. Comment below what you'd like to see next, and thank you so much to our Patreons. Have a good day, folks.